Jose Adriano Queiroz has asked me to draw a bullfighter. Now, if you have an idea for a drawing video, let me know in the comments box below and maybe I'll make a video for you. But let's not talk about it. Let's do it. Draw stuff real easy. Drawing the draw stuff real easy way, we plan out with a pencil and then we ink in with a pen and then erase the pencil lines. So what we're going to do is to start off with a kind of an oval shape. This is going to be the head, and I cannot stress it enough, do not press hard, don't hold the pencil like that. Just draw nice and lightly like that, and then that means you'll be able to erase the pencil lines later. If you press really hard, you won't. Okay, and then we're going to draw from there. So he's kind of hunching his shoulders up, so we want a curve coming around like that, which is going to be the shoulders into the arm. And then this will be coming curve and then fairly straight down to there. And then we'll do sort of parallel lines like that, and that'll be the cuff. And then here we're going to want, it's probably more in about there. So this is his kind of waistcoat, jacket, and this is coming in slightly, but we want this to be fairly straight across. And then the front of his jacket will be sort of something like that. And I'm just going to put a little circle on there for his hand as well. Now this line here we are going to take round and down into the back leg. That's fairly dramatic. A Matador, a bullfighter, is dramatic. It's kind of like a ballet. We're going to have a circle there. This is his sort of hip. And then we're going to want his front leg striding out in a slight curve like that. Okay, so you can see this is almost like a stick man, really. We're going to have the ground. Let's work out where the ground is going to go. And then, so this is his hip, haunch, and that's going to get into the back of his knee. So there's a curve there, and a curve down to the ankle. And then we want a kind of a triangle down at the bottom for the foot, and then a little curve there. And this is a bit more complicated because we want the foot to be sort of on his toes like that. So let's work out where the foot's going to go to start off with, and then that will be like that. So this is going to come into the back of the knee, and this is going to come into the back of the knee like that. And then the trousers are cut off just below the knee. So I'm just going to move that knee a little bit lower, actually, there, like that. Next, we're going to ink in the drawing. You know, you can see this video without adverts, learn how to paint it in watercolour, and get helpful drawing hints too when you join me on Patreon. Click the link above. And now we can start thinking about drawing in ink. So what I'm going to do first of all, I think, is to draw a line down there, and then we'll go down and up and around, and we're going to put an ear, and then we'll have the head going around like that there. We won't really see an ear, well, we might see something there, and then we'll have the hair, and I can shade that all in like that. And then we can do something similar there. So that's the parting in the hair. And then I'm going to do this very, very simply. I'm going to come down a little way. And that's the eyebrow. And that's the nose. And then we're just going to have two kind of dots down like that. And then a kind of a hooray! And then we are going to draw this kind of a shoulder things going on here. So there's a U and a not so quite a big a U like that. And we're going to draw the arms coming out there. We'll bring the jacket down there, and that bit will go to there. And now here we want to draw that line first, so that we draw the arm coming down and coming down from behind that line of the jacket there. And I've drawn that little circle there so that what we can do is to come here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, up a little bit and then back to that circle and up. So he's like a ballet dancer. He's going to, you know, dancers, dun, 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 it's kind of flamenco. I know he's facing a bull, he's facing death, but it's a bit like that. So here what we're going to do is we're going to have the thumb, and we're going to want a line coming through there like that. So this is his cape that he's holding on to. And I'm going to draw a little kind of thing like that. That's kind of the waistcoat. And that's the top of the waistcoat, and he has a shirt and a tie as well. So now we can follow around these curves into the back of the knee, into the ankle, into the shoe, maybe a bit of a heel. And then I'm going to start from here now. I'm going to go down to the front, into the shoe. And here we're going to have down into the back of the knee, down into the ankle, and here we're going to have the shoe, maybe a bit of a heel, and then kind of down into a point there, and a curve there, and a little kind of a bow. They're very fancy shoes, like that. So this can then come up there, and like that, and then we'll take that around there. And now, as this is draw stuff real easy, I'll try and make this easy. So I'm going to draw a line like that, and then that'll curve around there a little bit, and then I'm going to wobble it a bit there, I think. So this can then come in a little curve there. That's going to come down there, sort of coming behind him there, and around, and a wobble, and a wobble. And then we can have two lines there, and that will sort of come up to there. When you are absolutely sure that the ink is dry, then you can erase those pencil lines and no one will know how you planned it out. So we can shade in these shoes, and then we have to think about this suit. So I can draw a kind of I forgot. I'm going to have to change that somehow. And we want to do another line coming down here, so we need to draw a line down there. His trousers only kind of stop just below the knee there. Oops, I made a mistake. I'll fix that in Photoshop later. So what we need to do is, this is called the suit of lights. So we want to do some kind of embroidery. So I'm doing a wiggly, wiggly, wiggly line down there, and then maybe I'll put some little spots and things in there, just to make it look embroidered. And then here, and I'm pressing very lightly on the pen so that it doesn't get too thick a line. And here we want to have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then maybe we'll have more of a wiggly line there. And here again we want to have 1, 2, 3, maybe another one. 1, 2, 3, and we want to kind of have blocks in there, and maybe a wiggle in there. So this is all sort of silver gold embroidery stuff that's going on here. And here again I'm going to do this kind of snaky thing up the sides like that. I'm going to put a little bit of shading just up the back there and some down there, so that we'll see sort of a bit of shading in that whoosh of the curve there. And I'm going to put some shading in there. I don't know if you can hear my cats outside the door wanting to come in. And a bit of shading in here as well, going up to there. And then I'm going to maybe do a bit more going like that there. And then we're also going to want to have a little bit more embroidery on the vest or waistcoat in there too. And then as a black and white drawing, I think I'm going to just kind of shade in this cape again. So I'm just going to do these kind of, I'm going to do curves there, because I want this to kind of stand out from the Matador. So I'm drawing kind of curves in there all the way up to the top. and into there and up there and up there, and then I'm going to cross hatch. Okay, I know it's supposed to be draw stuff real easy. This is the more difficult bit, the difficult bit towards the end. And I think I'm also going to cross hatch either side of his legs there like that, just to make it more obvious that he's kind of in front of the cape, which is behind. Like that. And I think we need a bit of motion in there as well, like that. And what we could do is to have the barrier behind there like that. We could put some faces in of the crowd, and then I think we also need some shadow in here as well, just to put him on the ground. There you go, how to draw a bullfighter. Now first of all, click down here and make sure that you are subscribed to Draw Stuff Real Easy. Come over to Patreon and I'll show you how to paint this and give you some extra hints and tips. And in the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye bye.